A reader of my website watched an earlier video on my website, and then he sent me an email afterwards because in that video I briefly mentioned that everything is made up. And I gave an example of sports games. Let me find the email. So in the video, someone had asked if past life regression was real, and you said that everything is made up, and said even a sporting event is all made up. That has stuck with me. Everything really is made up. How we dress, how we talk, how we act, what makes us angry, the price of real estate, everything. It changed my perspective. So first, what I want to say is I cannot offer you any perspective and to be accepted by you without you already knowing it. If whatever I say sounds true to you because you have resonance to it, and that resonance is because you already contain this information, this knowledge, this truth, this perspective within you. So what I say may have stricken a chord within you that you have put to sleep before it was sleeping, but you have it all along. So reciprocally, this email made me think how everything is really made up. So here comes this new video about that. It's true, everything is made up. Economy is made up. Obviously, all laws, human laws are made up. We change laws all the time. We make up new laws all the time. And therefore, prisons are made up. Politics is made up. Religion is made up. Language is made up. Cultures are made up. I lived in different cultures and I traveled. I've witnessed a lot of different cultures. It's one of my entertainment to see how things are made up in different cultures. I just love it. For example, in this Western culture, it's like there's a kind of statement that we have to be strong. We cannot ask for help. I guess it's especially for men, that's true. So, and because asking for help now in this made up, it becomes a sign of weakness. And nobody wants to be weak. And everybody wants to be strong. So, therefore, nobody asks for help. Now, let's suppose that everybody becomes strong, which means everybody becomes not asking for help. And then, of course, it becomes easier for a lot of people not to ask for help. And then asking for help becomes harder. Now, it's easier in this made up. It's easier not to ask for help, and it's harder to ask for help. Wouldn't it be fair to say that asking for help, since it's harder now, would that be a sign of strength? Wouldn't it be fair to say we need to be stronger to ask for help? Any statement with which we can agree or disagree on any level, that is a suggestion. Now, we accept others' suggestions to be our truth without questioning it, and that's how culture is made up. The world is made out of suggestions accepted, and that is mass hypnosis. So the simple definition for hypnosis could simply be suggestions accepted. Marriage system is made up. Having someone to become another's property is very poorly made up. And wedding rings are made up, right? The symbol for marriage, we call this ring finger. Now in Chinese culture, we actually we name all the fingers and we run out of finger a name for this finger, then the official name for this finger is no name finger. That's the name for that finger. And then, okay, so when we exchange wedding rings and put on another's finger in front of others in this wedding ceremony, we say, I love you. The subliminal message is, now you are mine. You cannot cheat on me because we have agreements. I think it's cheating to call this finger ring finger, because when we call this finger ring finger, it supposes like other fingers cannot wear rings. What is cheating? Marriage is like a business operating on agreements. But our heart is never confused. Only mind which operates on agreements can be confused. I say if one goes against one's heart, that is cheating. One person becomes another's property by offering a ring that is made up. It's beautifully so though, especially when it's a diamond ring. Our life stories are made up. Our life problems are made up. In a therapy setting, some made up could be, my mother chronically treated me so badly, I must be bad. Or my mother is bad, and since I'm genetically connected with my mother, if my mother is bad, then I must be bad. We believe our assumptions. We assume because we don't like not knowing. The reality is unknowable. Life is unknowable. We don't like it. So we make up names and labels so that we can cheat ourselves as if we know something. We assume things. We take assumptions as facts. And then we get stuck in our own thinking and beliefs. The data might be true. My mother treated me chronically badly. That can be true. But we make up false interpretations, and that's how we make up problems. And we do it so well, we don't need to learn how to actually make things up. We only need to pay attention to how we make up stories. Everyone is thinking, and no one really knows how it works. Everything automatically functioning, and nobody really knows how it's happening. All we can do is to give names, assumptions, give labels and sounds, and we believe that's true. I say all of this, that everything is made up, is not to devalue anything that we make up. By the way, values are made up. And realizing the mechanics, how in human existence, how all these things are made up, we don't get lost in other people's imagination. Don't get lost in other people's made up. Most of those people, by the way, are dead. And we realize that we do have this amazing ability to imagine, to make things up. So we can make up anything to our own preference. So let's be logical for a moment. So if we say everything is made up, suppose that's true, then automatically that means nothing is real. So if nothing is real, then there wouldn't be any use of this word real. Now, since we have this word in our language, real, and nothing can be applied to it, which means nothing can claim the ownership of this word, then this word is free to be used by anything, everything. That is why everything is real also stands true. Paradoxical. Welcome to creation. Everything is made up, and, that's a big and, real. In this paradoxical lies our power, actually. Everything that can be made up is real for my experience. Imagination is real because I know nobody can imagine non-existence. By definition, non-existence does not exist. Everything you can imagine must be real on some level. Children are born knowing their purpose in life. Life is a game. That's why games are all made up. Life is a game, and to play is its purpose. Seriousness is an adult's made up, and really not so creative one, but a very hypnotic one. Fear is a very good motivation to induce strength in people. So we grow up, we learn a lot of things that were made up by others, mostly dead people, without examining, without sensing, pausing, sensing if it sounds true, if it resonates with us, because we were playing the game of forgetfulness and ignorance. Now, imagine what happens to you when you doubt everybody's stories about reality. So knowing everything is made up and everything is real for the experience of it, how do you apply this? How can you, make things up to your own benefits? One way is to just knowing everything is made up, and it's not to discount it. Life is a game. It is supposed to be made up. Then you can make up whatever you want. And then you live it as if it's true. It's your truth. All truths are true. And then you can redefine everything to your own liking, rather than accepting other people's definition for everything. Even a lot of people, even experts, are arguing about different definition for different things. Everybody talks about love, and the definition for love is all different throughout all the times. The definition for God knows it's so many different versions. So it's already, definition is however you accept it. So you can redefine things your way. For example, I live my life knowing whatever I do, it is a success. Why? Because I constantly redefine success. It's easier. That's an easier way to success, is to redefine it. However it turns out, I call it a success. I love this definition given by the light bulb inventor Thomas Edison. He has failed before he invented the light bulb many, many times, 999 times. But each time he says, I have just successfully found one way that is not working. So easily redefine success, then everything you do is a success. And you can also redefine yourself. Each and every one of us, every individual is unique, and the personality that you are now is not really fundamentally who or what you are, but only a temporary manifestation reflecting whatever particular idea you are working through at this particular moment. Therefore, as you change the idea of yourself, you change the person that you are, literally. So redefine yourself. I'm going to finish this video with a story of Harry Potter. I love the series of the books. It's unreal fantasy made up by J.K. Rowling. By the way, Harry Potter doesn't know it's fantasy. For him, everything is so real. Only readers know it. That's a fantasy. So at the end of the last book, Harry Potter died, and he wondered about all those previous, experiences, his stories, and then he had a dialogue with his professor again. And in this dialogue, Harry Potter asked, "Is this real, or has this been happening inside my head?" Professor Albus Dumbledore says, "Of course it is happening inside your head, Harry. But why on earth should that mean that it is not real?" Thank you for watching.